What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Football Boot Hour with me, Boot Wizard James, here on the Boot Wizard channel, and of course with my co-host Andrew from the Lockhart Boot blog. We're going to be doing something a little bit different this week. We're actually going to pull in a lot of other people in the boot community to help us out with something. We have been on a mission for the last kind of 4 to 6 weeks to find the very best football boots that we could for just €50. So we can kind of show to you what you can pick up for €50. And there is a huge array, some really fantastic boots here. But let's do the good stuff first, the normal stuff. And so I don't forget, let's start with Andrew. What have you been wearing this week?
Well, I was gonna wear my Yadigar shoe.
Uh-huh.
Drove all the way out to the next city over, 30-minute drive, and then practice was canceled. I was supposed to have practice last night, and that was also canceled. So I was gonna wear these, but I haven't worn anything this week. I'm still kind of recovering from my knee injury, so it's kind of like, let's see how it goes.
Yeah. But still no training, no test of the Atagar shoe, because you were obviously doing a kind of 2-year long-term review retrospective, shall we say, of the Atagar shoe, which would be amazing.
Yeah, that should be up in the next couple of days.
Delightful.
We'll see.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing that. Me personally, I'm definitely on the grip socks at the moment. Anybody who is following the channel will have seen lots of grip sock reviews recently. My Tokyo Football TF grip socks review went up yesterday, and coming next week as soon as possible, because for somehow this has become my most requested review of the year, is the new Pure Grip Socks Elite.
Hey.
So that's Josh, the SR4U Pure Grip Socks. So that's coming, and I also got these in, which are very interesting. So this is the Skill Socks Flex Pro.
It never stops,
which
man.
It never stops.
I just saw a thing for ASICS, and they're advertising their brand new, like updated 5-finger grip sock.
Stop that.
Yeah.
I need to get through what I've got first before you even start telling me about the Japanese grip socks that I haven't tried yet.
So many grip socks here now, man.
Oh,
Every
Christ.
single company is making their own grip sock.
Well, but that's where I've been with that.
We can completely write one off. So,
which which one are we? Is it Activital?
Activital, yeah.
Activital.
So those insoles. Sorry, man. I'm not gonna buy
them. No, that's I am on board with that decision.
Yeah.
So that's completely fine.
The CEO is an absolute idiot. So
yes. So let's not support said CEO in any way. I do want to say a shout out to the chat just before we move on, because we've got Proper Boots is in the house, and that's good because he is part of what we're going to be doing today. Dropping all the emojis. So if you're a member of the Boot Wizard YouTube channel, you do have access to specific Boot Wizard and Lockhart Boot Blog emojis. So thank you very much for dropping those in. Chris's Footy Kicks is in with us as well, and as is, well, Footloose Boots is kind of here twice, it seems. And Chris's Footy Kick says, this is weird, watching at 3 p.m. in the afternoon rather than 11 p.m. in the UK. Yeah, very true. And True Jesus has joined us as well. Some great content from him recently. If you haven't checked him out, please do. I also want to just showcase these. These were a bargain that I picked up that I was very, very pleased with. And I did what I tend to refer to as an Andrew, where I was overly ambitious with my sizing, and whereas you are overly ambitious and generally pull it off, I went a step too far here, and these are in fact half a size too small for me. So unfortunately, these have not been worn. They will not be used. And if you want to buy them, they're currently on sale on my Instagram. Message me,
dude. It's because I normally wear leather boots. I can get away with.
This is true, yeah.
Yeah.
This
do that with synthetics yet.
Yeah, like on it. To be fair, if this did have those leather properties, I think I could probably get away with it,
Mm-hmm.
because I could stretch it out a bit. But
Yep.
without that, it's just not. It's just not going to
Even
work.
looking at the picture you sent of it on your foot, I was like,
I was
yeah,
squashed into
you
those.
could tell.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how like frequently, and you guys watching will probably know this. If you see somebody with a pair of boots on that are too big, a lot of the time it's quite
Mm-hmm.
easy to spot that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I sent a picture into our boot chat of me wearing these, being like, I think they're a bit small, and everybody in the chat was like, dude, those are so small.
Yeah,
Like,
it was way
stop
too
that.
small.
And it's only half a size, but I wear my boots quite tight anyway, so that extra half a size kind of made a big difference.
Somebody's
But
joined at
anyway,
1 a.m. Thank you.
oh,
God
1 a.m.
bless.
God damn.
Ooh,
Thank you very much for joining at a ridiculous hour.
put them in Eastern
Footloose
Europe.
Boots, you went way too far. Yes, I did.
Mm.
Matthew has joined us. I've been chatting to Matthew today actually about trying to help him out grabbing some boots. Hey, and he's given us a $2 super chat. Thank you very much
Hey,
indeed.
thank
You
you so
can help
much.
donate to the podcast by the means that are currently on your screen.
Mm-hmm.
I sent Matthew a whole range of videos today to help him try and decide whether he should buy the Sakito or not. So thank you very much for that. That is appreciated. And Dibs, you are absolutely right. The current Gen Pred is not that forgiving in terms of
Yeah.
its ability to stretch out. You are 100% correct, sir. So let's move on to what has been released this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's something that maybe you haven't seen yet, because I think it only officially dropped a couple of hours ago, and I don't know if you'll have seen it. So I'm going to bring up the screen,
Mm-hmm.
and we will find out. This one here, share, and come back. Did that work?
Oh,
Yes, it did. I'm getting good at
World
this,
Cups.
lads. Like, I am on this. Yeah. So, flipped World Cups. Did you know that was
Nice.
a thing? Have you seen that previously?
No, but I figured it was coming.
Yeah, it was definitely coming. But yeah, so the flipped World Cup is now official.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will hold on. I've got a better picture than that I can throw up. There we go. So yeah, the flipped World Cup. Now I like flipped Copas. I like flipped World Cups. I like them in that white and black. I think they're very, very
Mm-hmm.
nice. And the World Cup is an inexpensive football boot for what you get, really.
Yeah,
I think this is quite nice.
it's very nice. It's very clean, very classy.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah. Are we going with great or good for that one?
Let's just do great.
Great, straight in
I
there.
think it's great.
Love that. Very happy to pop that one up there. Now, obviously, the big story of the week is naturally the David Beckham Predators, which we will absolutely
Mm-hmm.
get to now. So this is a fusion skin Predator. So we've got another leather Predator in this generation. I find it funny that we've only had two leather Preds. One of them is a Beckham Pred, and the one thing that Beckham is known for is switching to synthetic predators like
Yeah.
halfway through his run, and he gives us the only other leather one.
To
But
be
anyway, we
fair,
have this few.
he stopped wearing synthetic ages ago.
Oh, yeah, he stopped wearing synthetic with the X. His X was leather, as
Mm-hmm.
far as I know. So like it's just funny that of all the players.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think these look fantastic. What do you reckon?
I was not hyped on them when we saw leaked pictures at all.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were poor effort. But seeing the story that went into them and looking at them now, it's like, okay, that makes sense.
I think
So,
I think without all the added details, then they would be slightly underwhelming. But I think the using the trefoil in the stripes across the sole plate, various things like that, I think does make a big difference to the boots. And I think these are really, really
Mm-hmm.
nice. They're classy. They're clean. I think they're a great boot. I do agree. I understand why they didn't, because of the way that they've pitched it and the way that Beckham pitched it, as like it's a Beckham designed boot, not a Beckham boot. But I do agree it would have been nice to obviously see the Beckham logo on at least one of the tongues. But I really appreciate that the story told us why that's not the case. and it wasn't just something random.
Yeah,
So I did
it
appreciate
actually
that.
explained it. But yeah,
Yeah,
blue stripes would have been nice, but it's
yeah.
not bad.
I think on the whole we're probably nitpicking at things that could have
Mm-hmm.
maybe made it better, but on the whole, I think it's very, very nice. I would happily put this up into great.
Yep, same.
Yeah, greats it up. What is the chat saying? Does the chat agree?
Got up at 1
The
a.m. to. Chris says, I got up at 1 a.m. to buy these. Bank card would not work on any site. My wife wakes up, registers in Usport, and
the bank
Port
card
card
works
works
straight away.
slightly. Amazing.
Oh dear. At least they were easy to get, to be fair. Like, I don't really know many people that missed out. The only people I know who missed out were a couple of lads, obviously, in our boot chat, and I just bought the boots for them and I'm sending them to them when they arrive at my house. So I don't really know many people that missed out, to be honest.
Should Adidas use just Fusion Skin for their whole lineup? Yes. Except for, James.
Except for me, yeah.
Yeah.
I does feel like they should. I think we've said this before, that they should maybe drop the Copa and have a fusion skin line in the Predator,
Mm-hmm.
because they
Yep.
used to do it with like the X and the F50. Like,
Yep.
they had a leather and a synthetic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I obviously don't want them to release an absolute ridiculous amount of boots, but if you were to have, like, you have the F50 in both messy hybrid touch and then you have the regular F50. So why
Yep.
not have the Predator in fusion skin and non-fusion skin and in regular
Mm-hmm.
hybrid touch, and then drop the Copa entirely? So you're offering 4 different variations there, one of which is leather, and the leather option is far superior to your current leather option. And I think a lot of people would be a lot happier with a consistent leather Predator rather than another Copa.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And the sales would show that too.
The sales would absolutely show that. Yeah, without a doubt.
They're not releasing here till the 28th.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've got reminders up on the Adidas app and on the retail store. And it's really weird because, so because the time has changed, I'm getting up an hour later for this podcast.
Which is
Releases are now
delightful
hitting here
for
at
you.
6 o'clock
Oh,
in the
okay.
evening instead of 5 p.m. Oh, sneezing.
Right. So there is actually, it actually makes a difference.
Not great here right now. And then it doesn't make sense now that it's releasing on the 28th, but it's releasing at 6 p.m. here.
Okay.
When they could have just released it whenever, so that it's lining up with the European release time window, but these have already released in Europe.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't make sense.
It's actually irrelevant that, like, there's no need to do it, but they've done it nonetheless. That's so weird. Okay. Those are ranked. Let's have a look at the last one of the week, which is, I suppose, maybe a bit divisive, quite controversial, maybe. This is the Skechers Ignite pack. So we have a purple and pinky orange coral, maybe, colored pack, which I'm so sorry, whoever said this to me. Somebody said, I said that these look like they belonged in some kind of 90s cartoon. That was the vibe they were giving me. And then somebody pointed out to me in my DMs, I've spoken to him a few times, I've forgotten his name, I'm so sorry, that they were Shark Boy and Lava Girl boots, because they're the right color. So that's more 2000s, but that I can't see past Shark Boy and Lava Girl right now with this particular pack. So that's kind of where I am with it. I don't dislike it at all. I think it's quite a nice looking pack. I think I could probably be done with that particular pattern on the SKX now. I think that's been done a bit to death. But I think it's nice. I'm not blown away by it, but I think it's good looking.
It's funny you're saying that they've had what, like 3 colorways with that pattern.
Yeah. So they had
Yeah, we're saying
the
we're done to death with it, whereas like Adidas, Nike, and Puma will just absolutely drive patterns into the ground. And we're like,
absolutely.
it's not until like the eighth one we're like, okay, try something else. But before that,
Yeah.
we're like, hey, not bad.
I think some of that's a time scale thing, isn't it?
I
Though,
get
because like,
Transformers.
who said Transformers?
Namso.
Namso Transformers, nice. They look like Skechers kids' shoes, says Tracker.
I
Oh dear.
mean, they do
You,
make kids' boots now.
they do, and they also make takedown boots, which I cannot recommend. I haven't tried them on. I went into the Skechers store because I saw boots and I was excited at the possibility that there was going to
Magneto.
be Skechers boots in my Skechers store, and they were takedowns and they were terrible. They were €100, so that puts them kind of in Puma Pro level. They were 120 euros, I think. So Puma Pro level pricing, and they were bad. Like just such a stiff upper. It was, yeah, it's not good stuff. I probably will not bother reviewing those at all, despite the fact that I do have access to them. So I don't think these are going to join the rest of the boots and go up into great. Are they good or are they meh? I don't think they're bad.
I was leaning towards
Okay. Should we go meh? Split the difference? let's stick them in there like that. That's where we're going. I feel like the live stream is definitely more anti these than I am, for sure.
It's kind of a shame, you know. I've got a lot of rage at the moment for obvious reasons, and nothing here is bad
Nope.
enough for me to just absolutely tear into it.
And nobody did anything dumb this week, so yeah.
Still time.
There is still time. We've still got a couple of days to go.
I would argue about 77 million people did something really dumb this week, but you know.
I was more meaning boots, but I take your point.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, hold on. Oh, we've got a question, Andrew, just before we move on. Question for Andrew. Are the Preds in HG good for AG pitches? I was looking at some Puma Future 6.1 HGs recently.
Oh, Puma Futures, not Preds. Yeah.
So, no, he means Puma Futures. So, not Preds, Puma Futures, yeah.
Yep. They're great on HG.
I can actually answer that. I have the Puma Kings in HG.
Oh, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
And they are, in my opinion, significantly better than the FG version, because they have a floating tongue and they have a completely different, obviously, sole plate, and it's a really nice sole plate.
The sole
really
plate is
like
fantastic.
That.
Yeah. It took them a
so
few years
good.
to finally update it, but yeah, it's really good.
Very nice. Okay, let's move on. There's a reason I've left this screen up for so long that you're all looking at. And it is because, if I have done this correctly, which I have, kind of, that didn't work quite as well as I wanted, but, you know, we'll just make it happen. Talk amongst yourselves.
HG plates are okay to use on HG. On AG, they are designed for that.
Yes. Very much so. There we go. I finally got there. So what I have done is I have compiled, that's the word I'm looking for, everybody's boots that they managed to get for €50, and I put them into my little presentation here so that we could show them off.
You're welcome, man.
Now, Andrew, do we want to show our boots first, or do we want to show the ones that have been submitted, like, you know, by our friends first, and then come to ours at the end?
We kind of put up OC Boot Blog, and then it'd be kind of messed up for us. I mean, like, to hell
Unlucky,
with what your
Ollie.
choices are come first. So let's do theirs first.
Let's do theirs first. So this is the first pick. This is OC Boot Blog, as you might see. So this is Ollie. Again, go follow him on Instagram. He's a good friend of.
Ollie's great. It's just a shame he's from, you know, he supports Leeds, but
he's a Leeds fan.
We all have our vices.
He is great, and he has an insane amount of boot knowledge. It may kind of go unnoticed when you're talking to him, but he has a silly amount of boot knowledge.
He really does. I love talking to him about boots and stuff. So
So this is Ollie's boots. He picked these up for about for £26, I believe, was the exact amount he got these for. What we would like you to do, people in the chat, and if you're watching this on the catch-up edited version, let us know down in the comments, is we want your kind of ratings, your ratings out of 10 for how good this is.
Mhm.
We're talking value for money, so like how much
Mhm.
under the RRP was it, how desirable are the boots, and how good is the condition that they're in. Start ranking them, because we want to pick a winner at the end of this. We want to know who got the best deal for €50. So, the Ollie reveal, drum roll, please. That was a terrible drum roll. I should have put a drum roll sound effect in, shouldn't I? Now I'm just deleting Ollie's name. Oh my god. I told you this wasn't going to go well.
Yeah.
So,
Hey.
so this is what Ollie managed to pick up. Andrew, do you want to kind of talk us through what this is and why this is an amazing pickup for,
Yeah.
like I say, £26, I believe.
Yeah. £26 is a silly price for these. These are the T93 Elite, so it's got carbon fiber sole plate.
Yep,
I
there we go.
believe he added the suede in the heel himself, which, you know, that's a very tasteful decision in my opinion, because the heel in these was pretty slippery. And he also, the power panels were coming off, so he pulled those off and then just painted it black, which again, very nicely done. But yeah, this is a great boot. These retailed for like $325, I think, when they released at the time. So for £26, that's pretty silly.
That is insane. Yeah, the rules for anybody interested are that they just has to be, you have to be able to purchase them for under €50. Shipping could be up to €15, like extra. And they had to be in your size. Those were basically the rules. So this, I think, is an amazing pickup from Ollie. A little bit of damage, like I say, had to remove the power panels, added the suede in the heel, which I think is, as you say, is an excellent decision. But these looked aside from that, they looked in pretty good condition to me.
It's got a lot of the little rubber nubs on the inside, which those came off super. Like, people had problems on like the mutator preds and the accuracies and stuff. It was really bad on these. Like you go into a tackle and you come out of the tackle missing half of them.
But yeah, so that is Ollie's submission for the best boots under €50, and Ollie is adamant that not only should he win, but that if he doesn't win, he is going to riot. So, you know. Proper boot.
A lead supporter rioting? Oh wow!
The shots at Leeds. There we go. Footloose Boots asks, are we going to crown the champion now? Can we also revisit the top 5? Just double check, make sure Ollie doesn't get screwed in the rankings. We are going to crown the champion tonight, hopefully. Hey, the person who sold me my King HGs is in the chat. Hey, nice. Man, thank you very much. They're a little bit too small, I believe. Oh, too big for you, weren't they? And I bought them off you. So yeah, I'm really enjoying them.
Like X-Fly Pro Special Edition Blue and White, brand new for £45 from someone in China.
Whoa, wow. That is a pickup. That's an
amazing pickup.
If you have pickups, like great under €50 pickups, let us know in the chat. Put them in the chat. We'll read them all out.
Because this is not just about us. We want to see if like you guys found something cool as well.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is show people what you can pick up for like a small amount of money, and that you don't have to go and spend €300 on a pair of brand new boots. You can pick up amazing things. To answer your question there. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to answer Tracker's question. He said like MSRP or after a sale. Most of these boots, I think all of these boots are going to be used. So they're going to be something that we've picked up from like a resale site from Vinted or eBay or something like that.
I could have bought a brand new current lineup pair of boots, but I decided not to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
I could have bought a... Yuli made it. Yay!
And his name is in massive letters on the screen just as he arrived. So Yuli, x.quetzalcoatl.x has just arrived, and he is the next person up
Yep.
on with his boots. So let's delete that. And this is what Yuli went for. He went for a
Nice.
classic pair of Copa Mundials in pretty good condition, I must
Yeah.
say.
Those are in great
And he
shape.
took some absolutely lovely pictures that he sent me as well. And Yuli, you're down there in the chat. Do you want to just like tell the people what your thought process was,
Yeah.
and why you picked these up down in the chat? I do have a message from you here that I will read out, but it would be cool if you want to share that in the chat as well. Not to put you on the spot or anything like that. So I will read Yuli's message to me on this, so he paid $35 for these, which again, for a boot in this condition, looks pretty good to
That's
me.
a good deal.
That is a great deal. Yuli says, Adidas Cup Mundial, the boot of the people. Most of us who play either pickup or Sunday League really just need a boot that can take a beating and keep on giving. There's a reason why the Copa Mundial has remained the same over time. Yes, there have been knitted and synthetic versions of the boot, but the OG kangaroo leather one is easily the best of them all. I know many people will claim it's an outdated boot. However, I have realized when special colorways of this boot are released, they sell out almost immediately. This is not an old man boot. This is a boot that is there to get the job done with no gimmicks. It doesn't need carbon fiber, a grippy upper,
Yep.
or anything else to be considered an amazing boot by many all over the world. He would now like me to insert a mic drop. So, so that is not only a great boot, but a fantastic lyrical pitch there from Yuli as to why his Copa Mundials should win. I do think it's a great pickup, though, don't you?
Yeah, that's an excellent pickup. You can see, so that was manufactured in 2015. So they're about 9 years old, but it's a Copa. They'll last for forever.
Yeah.
So,
and yeah, I think a fantastic pickup. You can see, obviously used, but there's no separation, there's no damage. I can't, and it's kind of like he says, you can't really go too far wrong with the Copa, can you?
No. There's some other mentions in here.
Yeah, read them out. Let's go.
Teal skills. I got the Puma Evo Power 1.2 graphic in the Dragon colorway, same as Noah, for €12 a few years back.
Oh man, jealous.
Tracker due to an Adidas employee error, I just got the Elite F50 Launch Color FG for $35.99. Didn't need them, but for that price, why not?
Absolutely.
Alan Diaz. Tracker, I got the Pred Elite Laceless for $15 because of an employee error.
I need to find these employees that are messing these things up.
Yeah, seriously.
That's so good. I actually have a picture of Alan Diaz's boots. I didn't have time to put it onto the podcast. So he sent me a picture of the laceless. It's the Pred Strike colorway. That kind of
nice.
That one is really, really nice. Laceless boots.
$15. That's insane.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. My God. Okay, let's move along. Oh, Yuli sent me lots of lovely pictures. Proper Boots, who I believe is in the house. He's usually in the house.
He is here. Yeah,
he is here. Yeah. So Proper Boots, what did you provide us? I love this pickup so much. I think this is such a good pickup.
Good. Yeah, now, Japan only Umbro accelerator. Yep. It's not accelerator, it's always been accelerator. So, yeah, that's an amazing pickup. Those are awesome boots.
It's the same as the the Select Brilliant Super. Like there's no I in it. It's not a Brilliant Super, it's a Brilliant Super. Yeah. Now I'm hoping this is going to work. This is where our first test of the tech is going to come in, because probably sent us a video, so he will be able to explain to you himself exactly what he got and etc. So I'm just going to hit play and hopefully it works and you guys can tell me if you can hear this.
Or not. I can't hear anything.
Can you hear that, Andrew?
Nope. Yeah, nothing.
Can anybody hear that? No? Nothing.
No.
Okay.
No.
That is
It was worth a
unfortunate.
shot.
I can hear it, but unfortunately, it is not sharing. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If ever, Andrew, could you just tell the people a bit more about the acerator? Because you're going to have
After I
way more knowledge
sneeze.
on it than me. And I will be able to get that piece of media onto the podcast. You just have to bear with me a second.
Allergies. Yeah, so basically, Umbro is basically they license out their logo to a brand called Descente in Japan, and they have their own line of boots. They've had their own line of boots for years. They used to have several silos, but now they're just really focusing on the accelerators. And yeah, they're really, really good. Very underrated. I think this newest one, I don't like it as much as the last one. There was a bit more tech in the last one. Like, obviously, it's got the UGT, the Umbro grip technology, but the last one, it was kind of more pronounced. But the leather is softer on these newer ones. The other cool thing they do is they've teamed up with JAXA, which is like Japan's version of NASA,
Oh,
and they use that on the insole to help distribute heat better, so your feet don't get as hot in the summer.
nice. Puma did something very not probably not as cool or as high tech as that, but they did that with their AG, with their recent AG options, which is pretty awesome. So I am just going to see if this video will now play so that you will all be able to see this.
The Football Boot Hour fan, this is Hunter
There we
with
go.
Proper Boots, and this is my submission for the contest. These are the Umbro Acerator Flash. Andrew could probably correct me on this one if I'm saying it wrong. This is a Japan, I believe, specific Umbro model, so it's got a K-leather forefoot. This is the first time I'd seen a pair of these available in the States. Saw them on Mercari as like a bundle deal with some like takedown Asics boots. And yeah, I reached out to the guy, asked him if I could get these for $30, and he confirmed. So yeah, I got these for $30, $7.99 shipping. I think this was before Mercari had all these crazy fees that they have now. So yeah, got them for just under $40. It's this special, I think like shop, Camo Soccer Shop is yeah, the collab on these. So pretty cool. Not expecting to win the contest with these, but definitely something a little unique. So thanks, you guys.
Awesome. I'm really pleased
Very
we got
cool.
to play that.
Yeah, that's very
And
cool.
I think, honestly, like I see what he's saying. Like, okay, he's going up against something like Ollie's elite level T90s is a tough one. But I think to get something this individual and this unique that not many people have, I think is very
getting
cool.
something that's not available in the international market at all is really cool.
Exactly.
Especially for that price.
Especially for that price. Especially for that. Here we go. Yeah. Alan Diaz, Macari fees are dumb. Yeah, it's true.
It's gotten better here, not worse actually. So you can do as a quick aside, you can do time sales now. So you can mark your stuff like 5, 10, or 15% off. Alternatively, you can now make offers of 5, 10, 15% off a pair of something you see, and they can choose to accept it or not. And the fees have stayed the same. They've just made things a lot more smooth recently.
Nice. We're on the cusp of getting Vinted here in Ireland, and if the Vinted here in Ireland is anything like Vinted in the UK, and usually what they do is with different Vinted sites, they allow you to ship to like all the other Vinted countries. So like if you're Vinted in Germany, they have shipping arranged so you can send it to Vinted in France, for example. If that's the case and the UK Vinted is included in the Ireland one, it is over for me and my wallet and my, oh my God, I'm going to buy
it's
so
over
many
for
boots.
me. I'm going to have so many boots like sending to your house and stuff. I found so much stuff. Like we don't have Vinted here. I've just been browsing Vinted UK, and now that's even more dangerous to know that I can look at Vinted Germany and Vinted France, and they'll ship it to the UK.
And yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Okay, we have our next person. So hold on 1 second. I need to get the old screen back. Oh God, hold on. I knew the technology would go wrong at some point, but I'm getting it back. I'm getting it back. I swear. He says,
I need to flush out my entire sinus system.
That's such a great thing for us to have on the podcast. I'm so pleased about that.
You're welcome. That's why I keep turning off my mic and turning away as I'm blowing my nose or sneezing or coughing.
Oh dear.
As I need to do it again.
This is just the greatest podcast right now. I'm just having a disaster with technical issues while Andrew's entire body just gives up on him. I hope you're all enjoying this. Thank you all for staying up late.
Great
people
content.
Here at people here at 1 a.m. We are here for you.
I'll just put my Yadigar issue on the screen.
Oh dear. I'm kind of glad that you guys can't. Okay, I'm going to try again. Here it comes. Yes. Okay. We are back in the game here. So next up is Boot Maniac. So, sorry?
Hey, guy, Tracker. First, talk about your sinuses. Do you snot rocket during games or wipe your shirt? Always snot rocket.
Oh God, we've taken a dive.
Food will clear your sinuses. Yep.
How has this turned into a sinuses conversation? How has that happened? Oh dear. Anywho,
I can tell we've got a video because I can hear some shuffling in the background.
Oh, okay. So well, we do have a video. You're absolutely correct. And so next up we have Boot Maniac. This is Julio, who he should also be in the chat. He is almost always here and is also a member of the Boot Wizard channel, which is very much appreciated, along with Yuli and many others who are here today. So let's... Oh, come on.
Bring it
Here
forward.
we go. So we got sent a video. So this, again, Julio, if you're in the chat, if you can kind of put down some information on this would be great, because this is a super, super unique boot, mainly because it was essentially never released. This boot is a complete anomaly. And 1 second, I am hoping... In fact, actually, this one doesn't have any sound. So I'm hoping you can see. Can you see that on screen? Is that playing on screen?
Yep. It's not playing. It's just.
Oh, you've got no
image.
video. Okay.
It's still image again.
Okay. Well, that's not great. So I'm going to try once again and get the video. But essentially, this is an Under Armour boot. But this boot was never ever released. This is a sample, and it seems to have combined a couple of different Under Armour boots together. And Julio says, I have no info, but it should remain unreleased. Which, yeah, like we're not expecting to see this released basically ever.
Justin was getting tattooed. Justin, send me a picture.
Yeah, we need to see that picture, Justin, immediately.
I live vicariously through you and James.
I do have I have a new tattoo to get soon, and my wife and I are going to Copenhagen, which is where we used to live. For anybody who doesn't know, we're going to Copenhagen at the end of the month, and there's 3 tattoo artists in Copenhagen who we both absolutely love, and it's taking all my willpower to not book a stupid amount of tattoos when I get there, because
just shove it in my face more. That's cool, you know.
I'd say I'm sorry, but kind of
You're
not, if I'm being
generally
honest
not.
with you.
That would be a lie.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lie to you. Um, okay, I'm going to give putting Julio's boots into here one more go, and then I may have to apologize to Julio for not being able to showcase his video properly. So I'm just trying to add it right now. We may have to
We
come
can
back
always
to
put it up on the story later.
We will definitely, yeah, I'll share them all on the story anyway. Hold on, no, I've got it. What? Oh,
Other brands can use Tajan synthetic. Other brands can use Tajan synthetic. It's not they're linked to Nike. Nike just had a contract with them. Tajan's a petrochemical materials brand. If I remember correctly, they're a Japanese brand. So
yeah, I have Julio's boots. I will now show them off to you all.
Hey,
here we go.
Man, those are wild.
Yeah, so there's no audio here, so don't look at it, but those are crazy, right?
Yeah, those are very crazy. I like that he said it's good that they stayed unreleased or something like that.
Yeah. But you can even see like the sole plate almost looks like they haven't quite finished it as well with the details and stuff. So it's definitely like a sample of something maybe they were trying and just in the end just didn't go with. So yeah, I think that's again the things you can pick up. I think Julio said he paid about $30 for these.
That's an amazing pickup. That
is
amazing.
Has
to win for like uniqueness. Sorry, Hunter. This kind of beats out the Umbro a little bit.
Hunter, you've been shot down despite finding an amazing Umbro Japanese only boots. So Alan Diaz is putting some thoughts up. He says they're nice, but he still thinks the T90 is winning. So Baldwin V, yeah, they're Under Armour boots. They're an unreleased sample for Under Armour of a boot that we do not think will ever be released. It's obviously just something they were testing. But Julio picked those up for like no money whatsoever.
I swear to God, I'm just gonna eat raw jalapeno peppers. I guess I could make chicken tortilla soup tonight. That'd make the wife happy.
Okay, I'm just going to go back to sharing the screen here so that I can show you our next entry. And so you'll notice, you won't notice because it's disappeared on the screen. You can't see that, can you? You're just seeing a green pitch, aren't you?
Yeah, I am seeing a green pitch.
Lovely, lovely. God damn it. Technology, man. So what you should be looking at is something that is saying Footloose Boots 1. Because now we have to come to an agreement here. Has Footloose Boots cheated by submitting more than one boot? He says this as I definitely have more than one boot to show you to my right here, but I can pick one for submission.
James is telling everyone to touch grass. Fun fact, turns out it doesn't always work.
Oh dear. Oh my God. Andrew, talk to the people. I'm having technical issues.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring these back up in because
Are you just spinning around the Atagara shoe every time I have technical issues?
No. This time it's the Bad Bunny F50.
Oh, nice. That won't upset anybody.
No, I watched the Bootcast pod, and Noah was on, and he was talking about how awesome these are, and they are amazing. And if you don't think they're amazing, then you're very dumb.
Nothing like amazing. Alienating most of our audience there, Andrew. Thanks.
Look, do you want you come here for honesty, right? I do wish the blue was switched with the brown. I think that would have looked way better, to be honest. But
it would have done, but I'm not upset about it.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it either.
Okay.
The prices are starting to go down already. I'm very excited.
They are starting to fall. You can get a second pair.
Yeah, I'm going to get a second pair.
Whoop. Okay, I have Footloose Boots' I have Footloose Boots' first entry here. I'm just going to show you the video first.
For the under $50 or under €50 boot competition, I have the Under Armour Magnetico Pro. Now this boot is just like ridiculously soft, super thin, very leather-like, but like in the sense that the touch is just raw, so like the thinnest leather possible, but it's in synthetic, and it does a really good job actually of keeping your foot locked in, considering how ridiculously thin they are. Really like these. Also a boot maniac favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that is a fair call. Julio loves those boots.
He
So
does.
that was another really affordable pickup. I have the price here. So these were $42
that's
with
great.
no shipping cost. And I am quite impressed with that, to be honest. Now, I don't think that that manages to beat out even Julio's Under Armour boots, because Julio's are so unique. But I think, again, for $40,
That's amazing.
it's such a good pickup, right? Like, I think this is, I suppose, a big part of what we're trying to show today is how much you can get for very little money, and there is absolutely no need to be going out and spending 300 euros plus on various football
But
boots.
not even that. Like, my whole thing about this was to point out that it is almost pointless to buy club, match, or entry-level model boots because you
Absolutely.
can get so many good deals out there. You'll save money. It's better for the environment. And like, okay, they're slightly used. Who cares? Like, sometimes they just required a little cleanup. I've seen shoes here. So one of my buddies here has he sells boots, and what he does is he will buy basically used boots, clean them up, and sell them for more. And like some of the boots he finds, like I think he found some like Speed Flows a while back, and there was no damage on them at all, other than they were extremely dirty from being worn on AG. They were black all over. So he bought them for like, I think he paid for like 30 euros for them. Cleaned them up, made them look nice, trimmed all the nicks and stuff like that, and sold them for like 100 euros.
Yeah,
like there's so much good value in the used market or in the slightly used market that we honestly should be doing this more.
Absolutely. And I think you make a great point about the takedowns there, that I think you're almost at the point where there's only really a few at like the pro level takedowns where it becomes worth it. Finding an academy level boot at that €100 price point that's going to beat out a slightly used top end boot is just not going to happen. So you are better off in the used market, like you say. And it's funny you mentioned the Speed Flow. I picked up a pair of Speed Flows for like €100, brand new, nothing wrong with them, apart from they had some personalization on them. So if anybody ever sees me rocking around in a pair of white and red Speed Flows, they've got a Scotland flag on the side of them.
Yeah, I got really excited because one of the resellers I follow sometimes sells used boots, and he had the Vapor 3 silver with red heel for like 110 euros. And he sold them immediately, but I still regret like not reaching out and being like, I'll take these.
I will take those, yeah.
Because that's such a good deal.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to sharing the old screen here. I'm just going to do it like this because I'm having all kinds of other issues. So I'm just going to show you this bit because this is the last screen. And so that was Footloose Boots number 1, which I can't seem to get rid of. There we go. So that was what we've just seen. And Footloose Boots entered a second boot, and I did allow it because it was a fantastic pickup. There is Footloose Boots' thoughts, and he managed to pick up this, which I think for $35. So this was a very last minute addition. So a $35 pair of top end Tiempos in SG.
They look in amazing shape, like they've maybe been worn once or something.
How good is the condition? And I think there's a if I can find it, there's a picture of the studs. And let's just move you out of the way. And if you can see the studs on here, they don't really look like that. Looks like a solid
look,
boot.
if you scroll up, look at the stickers. So the sticker
Yeah.
is barely coming off. And it's not
Exactly.
worn off or anything. So they basically maybe stepped onto the pitch, wore them for a few minutes, and then took them off.
Yeah. So the quality, the quality of these for a used boot for $35 is mad.
Again,
this was a really great pickup.
There's so much stuff on the used market, on the secondhand market, that it's like, I almost feel like it's our duty to look there. Especially if you're not somebody, like if you're a collector, it's great, you can find lots of great deals. But if you're somebody who's not even a collector, you just want to pick up some extra boots or something, you owe it to yourself to look, to not go into a store, to not buy online from a retailer or something.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And this is a really great example. He's also done a great job with a few boots recently, and he has way more experience with this than me, but swapping out the SG studs for TPU shorter studs and switching them to an FG style boot. This isn't something that I've tried, but I definitely need to give it a go. But I think that's a really interesting thing to consider, because those TPU FG studs are very affordable. They're very cheap. So if you find an SG boot and you are able to swap that out, I tend to find SG boots are a little bit cheaper, usually. So being able to swap it out to make it FG if you want to is potentially a really great option.
Yeah, Goncoloramos, eBay has a lot of resellers that buy boots from Ross and other similar stores. There's always good deals to be had. I got new Puma Future Pros for $70. Yeah, exactly. There's always great deals out there. Sometimes you have to do a little digging, but you can find stuff. Like the market, we've had so many good boots over the past few years that it's very easy to find a good deal on a lot of really, really good boots, elite level boots or pro level boots.
But all of these boots that we've showed you today, there's such a huge variety of them. They've all come in under $50. We've all found them from different places. We've all gone completely different routes, and we've all done this in the last kind of 4 to 6 weeks. So this isn't like something that everyone's been like, oh, this is the best boot I found over the last 5 years. This is one that's been found within the last 4 to 6 weeks. So they are there. They are available.
I mean, it was almost over before it even started, because I found a pair of Tiempo Legend 4 Elites, FG. They were just a half size too small, so I couldn't say they fit me or anything. But I found them for €40.
Whoa.
Brand new.
Oh my God.
The tags have been taken off, that's all.
Oh my God. That would have been over. That would have been like, okay, cool. We're just not going to do this. We're just going to say that you've won.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
that's me and you, man. That's what we're down to. So
let's go, because you got 2.
I do have 2. So I will
Cheater.
I'll start with this one, which is like the lesser of my 2 picks. But it did come complete with box and everything. And these cost me £12. So this would be like maybe 15, 16 euros. And they are these, and this is the damage. So the rear tag has come off, but that's to be expected on a lot of boots. But as you can see, these are in fabulous condition. They're a little bit dirty. They're not. The logos are still on the insoles. I've lost a little bit on the tab there, but essentially a pair of the Puma Futures, and I genuinely really like this particular future, the 2.1.
That was back when they were still good.
Yeah. And this was a special edition. I know,
Did Griezmann wear those at the World Cup?
Yes, these are a Griezmann special edition, or I don't know if they're a Griezmann special edition,
but
they're a special edition that only he wore.
Yeah, so that's even better. I'd say that add points.
I think that adds points.
I will say, I excluded Puma because I found so many pairs of brand new in box Futures and Ultras and stuff for super cheap.
Yeah.
Like literally brand new in box with tags attached and everything. I had to just exclude them.
So I was kind of going in a similar route, but because it was those specific futures is why I got them, and because they were £12. I actually had they were like the second pair I bought. So I had my boots, and then those came up, and I was like, I can't turn them down for £12, so I'll get them and we'll bring them on. So that was option one. Do we want my second option, or do you want to go first?
Yeah. No.
Do me?
Yep.
So option number two. Now these were right on the money. So these were €50, and
that's a great pickup.
The main reason I think this is a great pickup is because I defy you to find me a pair of these for €50.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
it's just not possible. So for anybody who is unaware and might be thinking right now, why did you pick up a pair of Hypervenom 2s? But no.
It's the
These
updated
are the
Hypervenom 2.
updated Hypervenom 2s, the Hypervenom 2.5s, and they have the same upper as the Hypervenom 1, but with all the structure.
Even better. Yep.
Yeah, all the structure from the Hypervenom. So this is essentially the Hypervenom 1 if it didn't overstretch and destroy itself inside about 3 games. This is exactly what the Hypervenom 2 should have been from the start.
Yep.
The condition is really good. There's no damage. They're definitely a bit more used than the Pumas.
Yeah,
you can see that from the sole plate. But for €50, absolutely no complaints whatsoever. They fit me beautifully. And like I say, my main reason for picking these as my boot for the competition really is because it wasn't just that they're a desirable boot that people want that was in a good condition. It was like, you cannot get these for €50.
You really can't.
So I think the fact that I did, it was like a big coup, a bit of a pull. So I was delighted.
That's very good.
Delighted with that.
Minus points because it's got the collar though.
Yeah, it probably is a little bit minus points because it is the Hypervenom with the DF collar, but I will accept it, and I'm actually delighted that I have those now, and I might even do a review of them. I might do like a little retro review. That could be fun.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. So, Andrew, I know what you've got.
Yeah.
So, go on, show the people.
These were So it's interesting that these Beckham Preds released this week because I got.
I'm so upset that you found those.
So they need some TLC. They've been worn on turf, obviously. The sole plate's dirty. I need to clean up the leather a little bit. And the straps aren't in great shape, but like it's all together. There's a little bit of coming away from the heel, but that's to be expected with age. But yeah, so I saw these. So I paid, what would these be, like €36?
Jesus.
And then like €5 for shipping. So like they're still in great shape. I mean, the insoles are pretty much perfect.
I see. We've said this before on the podcast, and it's definitely worth repeating. If you're looking to buy used boots, it's always worth looking at the insole, because if the insole still has all the patterning on it and everything like that, such as those ones, it's probably a good sign that they haven't been used that much. It's the same with the heel. If the heel isn't excessively worn, it probably haven't been used that much, or not enough to kind of be a problem. So the fact you've got a Pulse from what, 2006? 4, sorry. With that's not really been used.
2005, I think.
Great condition.
These came up in 2005. Yeah.
You're telling me it just really needs cleaning.
Yeah, I think it's funny too because like I was laughing so hard because when we first saw the Preds that came out this week, when we first saw them leaked, I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. But now it's like, oh, thank you, Yuli, just here to say boo to Julio.
That is, Yuli, firstly, thank you so much. And secondly, if you do want to make sure you get your message across, that is a phenomenal way to do it. Just give us a donation. It could be $1, and your message will go out very loud, very clear, and nobody will be able to avoid it.
I mean, look at even the edge. So it's coming away a little bit, but like the leather's still in good shape, especially since he's definitely wore them a lot on turf. Like you can see the turf
marks
here, but like the actual toes are in perfect condition.
They're sealed, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was just hilarious that those Beckham releases came out, and I'm just like, oh, what, amazing! Look how, maybe this is how they should have been. And the fact, so I looked on eBay to see how much a pair of these are going for, and these are quite rare. So they're not going for a lot, a used pair, maybe $200 to $300, but still, I thought this was a pretty good pickup. To be honest.
Honestly, at one point when we were doing this, I thought it was going to come down to me versus Ollie. I genuinely thought that I had a great pickup. I thought Ollie with the Tiempo, with the T90, but I thought the T90 with the extra bit of damage on the power pods might have swung it my way. And then I hadn't seen what you'd picked up, because you were one of the last people to pick up your boots. And then we delayed this podcast by a week twice. And then the second time we delayed it, you were like, I'm far too I need to know, what did everybody get? And then you showed those, and I was like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah. So I found some Pantofilo Oro boots, some, which ones? The Superstars. And I will pick those up because I do want to do a kind of perspective on Pantofilo Oro, but like those were going to be my choice. I'm like, okay, I'll get the unique vote or something, which I wouldn't even get that because Hunter did the Umbro X-Rators, but then I saw these and I was like, yeah, buy.
So, chat, feel free to let us know what your thoughts are. Who do you think won? If we could get some kind of, if everybody could just now not comment anything else for the next minute and just comment who you think won. So just, or the boot if you don't know exactly who it was. So your options are the T90, the Pulse, of course, my Hypervenoms. You've got the Under Armour Magnetico Pro. You have the Sample Under Armour, and you have the Copa. And the Tiempo. Sorry, you've got the Tiempo, and then you also have the Copa Mundial. So those are your options. If everybody could vote, that would be great. Surprisingly enough, Yuli has voted for Yuli.
That's wild how that happens.
And we currently have Matthew, Pulses, Chris, Preds. Footloose went for Ollie. Tracker, Pulses. Yuli voted for Yuli. Alan, Pulses. Vieri, Pulses. Liantian, Pulses. True Jesus, Preds. Chris, Andrew, Dibs, Pulse. We got to vote for Yuli. Sustenez Martez Copa. And it's my word. My word. I got a vote for that. We've got one vote for the Hypervenom. Tail Skills. Thank you so much. And a vote for the Tiempo. I think the Tiempo is a dark horse there, actually, just for the standard.
Somebody picked up the 2014 F50 for $20. Jack did.
Oh, nice work, Jack. That is a good pickup. That is a classy pickup.
Justin going for the Tiempo over the Preds. That's a bit surprising.
That is,
the Tiempo is in better shape than these, to be fair.
It's very anti-Justin.
Yeah.
But I do think the Tiempo was a great shout for, especially the condition that it was in.
That's a great pickup.
But yeah, I think so. Aside from you absolutely running away with that, which I knew was going to happen from the second we started this. Who was I kidding?
Yeah.
I think we have made our point. I think we have proven that you can pick up boots for €50 in very good condition that are completely wearable, great football boots. You do not need to spend a lot of money, and you do not need to buy takedowns.
Yep. Yeah. And again, this is kind of part of like a movement. I hope we can kind of start a movement here and kind of push people to start doing this more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if you're collectors and stuff, this is a good way to find collectible boots. Get your friends on doing stuff like this. This is what I love. This is a giant middle finger to the market as it is.
It is, isn't it?
Because it's like, hey, instead of spending double the price on like a takedown pred, I got these pulses for, they just need to be cleaned up. Don't be afraid to buy used boots.
Exactly.
You're helping people because people want to get rid of them. So you're helping get people money. You're doing well by the environment because you're buying secondhand goods instead of consuming brand new stuff. You're building up an underground market for this kind of stuff. Some market that exists without the brands.
Yeah.
So
for sure. And if anybody's interested, now there's a lot more people on the podcast. I do have a pair of brand new Predator Elite FTs in a US 7.5 for sale because they don't fit me. They are too small because I went too far. So if anybody's interested, let me know. They're very, very cheap. They are half the price of half the price of what you would pay at full retail. Justin makes a great point. Everybody, please go and stick some likes on the video and get subscribed.
Yes.
I have failed to say that.
Video yet.
It's my video, so I can't like it. So sorry about that.
Yeah. Proper Boots is right. There's nothing cooler than sharing your secondhand boot deals with your bros. Great stuff.
Yes, it's so true. Like, how good has that conversation been in our chat where people have been like, "Oh, look what I picked up for this price," and everyone's like, "What? Oh, that's crazy!" Like, it's very, very cool. I do want to answer a question that I saw just up here, but I'm going to be a little bit vague, and I'm very sorry about that. But this is from Sostenes Martinez, and I probably pronounced that horribly because that's probably a Spanish or Mexican name, and I've just butchered it, and I apologize. So the question was, hey, Boot Wizard, what are your thoughts on the new Pure Grip Socks Elite? I just ordered myself a pair. I actually just... I showed them off right at the start of the pod there. I realized not everybody was on. So I've been testing these for probably just about the last week now. These took an age to get to me. I ordered them on the day they released, and they only arrived to me about a week ago. I don't want to be that guy, but I am going to be that guy a little bit because I really need people to watch my videos, so I can't give away too much on the podcast, particularly with this review, as it is my most requested review of the year. But what I will tell you is that they are comfortably the best grip sock that Josh has ever done. They're only €1 more expensive than the Pure Grip Socks Pro, these being the Pure Grip Socks Elite, and they are absolutely worth that €1 price increment. And they are also obscenely comfortable. If you're looking for a kind of thick, padded, comfortable grip sock, they are well worth considering. That's about all I'll say, but the review will be positive, shall we say. It will be a positive look at those socks. So if you've bought them, I don't think you've made an error in purchase at all, particularly if you like a more comfortable, more kind of slightly thicker grip sock. The review, I think, if all goes well, will be out on Tuesday. So I'm really struggling or pushing to get that out on, get that finished over this weekend. So I hope to have it out on my usual review slot on Tuesday, which is Tuesday at 3:15 p.m. GMT. Tracker, are they better than the tape design? By a country mile, my friend, by a country mile. Tracker, wait, they're thick. Yes, they're very thick, Tracker. They're one of the thicker grip socks.
Thick boys.
They are. I can show you that. You can probably see it on the, if I pull those apart, you can see how thick those are. Let's compare here. This is going to turn to grip sock, right? So this is the Skill Socks Flex Pro, Skill Socks Pro Flex, which I recently got in. Now that is a thin compression style grip sock compared to a thick, comfortable style grip sock. Now, I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's very much a case of preference, but you can see the difference and how much thicker and how much more padded these are, which gives you great comfort. There you go. That's
TJ, you missed everything. You missed how I won. I smashed everybody.
As DJ just arrived.
Yeah.
Hi, DJ. Thanks for joining.
Well,
do we have any questions?
Why are you having a life? Your life doesn't exist outside of our content.
I'm sorry. Between 11 p.m. GMT till at least kind of 1 a.m., maybe 1:30 a.m., depending on what week it is, there is no life for anybody other outside of this podcast. Surely.
Working back shift so bad, uploading my memes and behind. Oh.
There we go. CD, really not a fan of the thicker sock. Feels way too bulky. It's complete preference, CD. Yeah. I completely understand what you're saying. And I am personally a huge fan of thin grip socks. That's what I like. But reviewing objectively, the pure grip, if you like a thicker grip sock, is worth considering. Chris is Footy Kicks. Where have you been, Chris?
Yeah,
I swear you've been here this whole time, and I just gave a full breakdown of the new SR4U Elite grip socks. I don't know if you're being funny or if you just didn't see it. The full review.
DJ, you can watch the catch up. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, DJ, if you literally, because you're online now, if you go all the way back to the beginning before I close or stay on the screen when I close the stream, you'll be able to just watch it from the beginning. It's only people who aren't here who can't catch up on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris, I review is going up on Tuesday. That's your short of it. But do go back and check it out if you want to. We may have lost the chat for a second there.
No, it's here.
Is it there?
Yeah.
We just lost it on.
Start every game, but wear Pred Edge or ride the bench in your favorite boots. Ride the bench. Easy.
I don't know. I think I'd start I
ride the bench anyways. Doesn't matter.
CD, which are the thinner ones you've both tried in your tests? So I will say this all the time, and again, I'm not trying to be a difficult or a pain in the ass. I put hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work into grip sock reviews and grip sock tier lists. So I implore people to go and watch them. And I have more coming. But for thinner grip socks, WeFoot is a great one. Always the WeFoot Light, and the Light Guard grip sock is probably. I always list that as one of my all-time favorite grip socks. So they're both worth checking out. As are these, actually. The Skill Socks Pro Flex. So they're kind of good thin ones to look at. But please do go out. There are 5 parts of me tier ranking grip socks along with numerous other grip sock reviews on the channel. Please do go and check those out if you can. So Quasdaboss23 makes a good point. I can't fit my feet in my boots if my socks are too thick. I actually do have to sometimes with certain socks. I have to select the boots that I wear them in to do the review carefully. So the Pure, for example, and I also have a review on the new Medi Captain socks coming soon. And there's certain boots, like for example, I can't wear those socks in the messy F50s because my messy F50s are half size down and fit so tightly that I can't wear the thicker sock. So that is a great point. We are live. Good. I think that is everybody.
That's pretty much it.
I am going to start to say goodbye to everybody and pitch where you should see us. And in that time, if you have questions, get them in. And if you haven't got it in by then we are done.
Drop a retro review on these as well. So
excellent.
These will get reviewed.
So I've pitched my grip sock reviews. Justin has thrown some shade at me. The final tier list episodes are becoming like the Snyder Cut of Justice League. Release it already. There's two things coming. One is the final piece of the big grip sock tier list, which is like in, I think this is part 6, so that's coming. Well, actually, there's multiple things. So that's coming. The best new grip socks of 2024, that's coming. My all-time favorite grip socks tier list, that's coming. And there will also be, strap yourselves in for this one, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a video that I estimate will run at least an hour, where I am going to sit in front of a desk with every single pair of grip socks that I own, which at this point is over 100, and I am going to rank every single grip sock back to back in one go in one giant video.
Why?
And not only am I going to rank them using my tier ranking system, I am going to rank them in order. So we will have literally the best one will be at the very top corner of the top tier, and we will work downwards like that. Strap in, that's coming. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm going to regret doing that, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, you are.
Footloose Boots says, "All hail our grand champion, Andrew." Yes, we have to. I don't think we've given Andrew enough plaudits for that 50 euro fine there. Okay, so I would like to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to find me, please do so at Boot Wizard Boot Reviews on Instagram, at Boot Wizard on TikTok, and right here on the Boot Wizard channel. If you haven't yet, like this video and get subscribed. If you're watching this on the edited catch-up, then do comment down below what your thoughts are. And if you haven't done so yet, please do check out the Boot Wizard memberships. They're a very small amount that gives you massively early access to all of the Boot Wizard content. And as of today, right now, it just happened about 2 hours ago, everybody in the starting 11 tier and above has 2 discounts to 2 grip sock brands that are above anything else that they offer to anybody else anywhere in the world. So you can get 25% off with Technigrip and 20% off with Apex. You cannot get that discount anywhere else. And it is exclusive to Boot Wizard starting 11 members. So do check out my memberships. It is a great and very inexpensive way to support the channel. After all of that, Andrew, would you like to tell people where to find you?
Yeah. AJ, happy to have helped. He said I gave him a list of soccer shops in Japan, and he went to Super Sport Zebio, managed to get the Mizuno Wave Cup SS, so very nice.
Nice.
This review should be up fairly soon. Look forward to that. And as always, find me at Lockhart Boot Blog, Instagram, and my website. No, I will not be doing YouTube videos.
This is as close as you're going to get.
This and my reels are as close as you're gonna get.
Hey, we're getting reels now, though. We're getting reels.
I hate editing. It's so stupid.
Okay, guys. I am going to end the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your Boot Wizard emojis, which you get if you are a member. Everybody with a little Boot Wizard logo next to their face is a Boot Wizard member as well. Thank you very much. Oh, hold on. Daniel Johnson, have you got a quick question, or are you just typing quick one?
Oh, quick one? Quick one?
No, I'm going to... Here we go.
No.
Andrew, how long does it take to make a reel? That was not a question I was expecting.
I'm pretty good about making them short, but they'll get longer as it goes complicated. It takes me about 45 minutes right now, so.
There we go. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Wonderful, wonderful podcast. And we will see you all same time, same place next week.
Whee!
There we go.